Alrighty. On to the next park. So we have just the Thicket. More play on words.
Well, what do you think? It's not every day that you see natural wonders like this. Don't get too distracted, though. We've got quite a task on our hands. The Foundation wants us to build a new, eco-friendly park as part of their Clean and Green campaign. Thankfully, they've built some solar panels around the area to help us get started.
Yes, the Foundation is dedicated to making a difference. But I'm not sure why they have to do this with a theme park. I just can't see how a profit-driven project can become ecologically sustainable. It's going to send the wrong message.
Ah, fear not, Adriana. I think we can do just that. We can even use natural resources to build some wooden coasters. At least that's what I would do.
Madre mia.
Would do.
It's more than
Nice.
just riding coasters. What about the noise? Not to mention the litter.
Well, with some determination and a good team of janitors, we'll spruce this place up in no time.
Okay. So harness the power of the sun and show by the ecological sustainability. Alright. So let's pause it real fast. Hire a janitor. Are we actually starting with a not built park for once? I mean, we got the entrance and that's pretty much it. Nice. Okay. Once again, though, it's not a very big park. I mean, we got like this tiny amount of space. Yeah, I mean, we're working with a tiny amount of room here. So far, that's been one of the problems with this campaign, is just the crazily small parks that we've had to build. I know that we're just getting started and whatnot, but... Alright, let's get a janitor. Mechanic. Build and open one more workshop facility. So that's under facilities, staff facilities, and workshop. We'll just kind of put this... Oh, wait, right here's a little staff area. So we can tuck that away over here. Path. This will just be a staff path. Ran to there. And then let's open that up. Just gotta make sure we're continuing to get our research points. Have a wooden coaster and set to open. Okay, so we're literally just starting off with a wooden coaster. I mean, I'm cool with that. Problem is, where are we gonna put it? But it's not like we have a ton of money to work with to get it started either. And technically speaking, we could just plop down that, and that would technically count. But where's the fun in that? And there's a pre-built one. This actually looks like it fits pretty well in here, and this will save us some time. We'll get into the actual coaster building later, but for now, just to save some time, let's just plop that one down. So now let's let that test for a second. I also like how we're claiming that we're being ecological here by building a wooden coaster, but that means that we just chopped down a bunch of trees to make this coaster. So, yeah. I don't see how that's being very ecological. Yeah, because this wanted us to just have a wooden roller coaster instead of like building one to a specific specs, we'll just plop one down. Normally I like to build my own coasters, but these scenarios are hit or miss sometimes with like how long they actually take. Like sometimes you just fly through the scenario, it takes you like 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes the scenarios take you 2 hours. It's hard to tell. So like, that's not great, but we'll run with it.
Ah, that's
Now we should
more
start
like
seeing
it.
guests pour in.
Take in that crisp, fresh air.
Oswald, don't get ahead of yourself. I don't think this is enough to impress the Foundation just yet.
Well, a bit more time, and this park will be blooming like a wee flower. You'll see.
Alright, so there's bronze. Easy enough. Build and open one more food shop facility. So we can probably put that just like right down here in this area. And let's open that up. There we go. And then yeah, I figured as much. It'll need a drink right next to that. Now we should be able to connect the path. Yep. Open that up. There we go. And then we'll need a restroom facility. Toilets. Can I not just attach that there? Oh, it'll let me attach it here. Or at least it was. There we go. Own one more plot of land. So yeah, we're gonna have to buy one of these. Which makes sense because we don't have like much room at all. 5,600 and 6,000. So it obviously makes more sense to do this one, even though this one has some crazy hills and stuff. It's got a nice waterfall. That's kind of cool. Let me guess. Yeah. I was gonna say, this is how they do it in in the Planet games. To make the waterfalls, you just use a bunch of those things, which from a distance you can't tell. From a distance it looks good, but once you get in there, you see that like they have these little nozzles. That's how you can make your own. And then of course, you know, we already know what's going to be coming eventually. We're going to have a 4.5 star rating, so we'll have to be prepared to put down a bunch of rides and stuff. We'll just kind of follow it in the order that it's telling us to, though. For now, we are going to do... Let's see here. Why am I not remembering where this is at? Oh, it's create custom is how you do it. Need to place down some trash cans and stuff. Alright, now we have enough. So let's go ahead and buy this. Yeah, so now it wants us to build those flat rides. So we'll have room like in here. There's room in here. There's room here. So, I mean, there's plenty of room for us to put stuff down. We just need to stock up on a little bit more money. 1,900 for that. 700 for this, although it's not very good for anything. Although that being said, I know our park rating seems to be based real heavily on these kind of things, so might actually be worth putting this down somewhere. Find like a tiny little spot. There we go. And now we can open this up. I doubt people are going to want to pay $7 for that. Oh, apparently they are. Okay. Nothing crazy, but it'll at least give some more profit coming in. Just a very simple ride. I mean, surprisingly enough, it does look like a lot of guests are going over there to ride that. Now, this is one ride that, like, typically is... You don't want a very long queue for it, because it takes forever for each individual person to make it through this thing. Yeah, see, like, that person has to go all the way to the top, slide all the way down. Stand up from it, and then disappear for a second apparently, and then walk out before the next person can go. So, like, as far as profit goes, this thing's not the best by any means. It's actually pretty terrible. But it was also super cheap, so... Yeah, see, people are already like, yeah, I don't want to go in that line. Especially just starting off on your parks, you really don't want to spend a ton of money on trying to, like, eke out as much, like, scenery as you can. It's usually better to just start getting some rides down for people to actually ride before you start worrying about... decorating everything. The exit there, because then what we can do is we can take the path like that, and then we might be able to get something else back in there. And then we run the queue to here. Build a new cable car ride. Okay, do I have that researched? Okay, I do have the cable car researched. So, I mean, the cable car would be, it would be cool to take it all the way around, but we don't have all that unlocked yet. So for now, it might be best to just, like, we could put the cable car here and just run it to, like, here. I think that falls under tracked rides. Cable car. Man, we need 7,200 just for the station. So that's going to take a minute to get to. Luckily, we're starting to make some money from having these. This is actually slowly making us money. Lifetime income, I mean, it still hasn't paid back how much it costs to build. Lifetime income, 1,600. So this is... I mean, we literally just built that, though. And how is this roller coaster doing? Lifetime income negative 12,000, but you know, like I said, we haven't been playing that long, so... So we're just going to save up and buy this, build this cable car. No reason to go too crazy building everything. These scenarios, like I said, sometimes it's better to just do what the scenario tells you to do. Because if you start going crazy doing your own thing, then sometimes it comes back to bite you. Because, yeah, realistically, like, I wouldn't go with a cable car next. I would go with a few more flat rides. One here, one over here. Like, really start filling out this space with stuff. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty good amount of room over here to build some flat rides. I'm seeing an opportunity here. There's these cutouts And I'm seeing an opportunity to run a coaster through this. In and out of this hole here, and then through that hole there, and it'd be cool to go underneath a waterfall. But around there, yeah, we could totally make that work somehow. And then yeah, with it being nice and flat up here, there's going to be tons of opportunity for flat rides. We have so much research points. Let's see what we can do with those research points. So, I mean, we have different types of coasters we can get here. One of the things we keep running into problems with, though, is we need these flat rides. We need more of these. So, let's go ahead and get these wheel flat rides. Couldn't hurt. And then that's all we can get for now. For those. Transport rides we can't do anything with. Flumes we can't do anything with. We do have the solar panels. Can't get those. Can't get those. I mean, I guess we might as well just go ahead and catch ourselves up on research. So, let's get that. That. And that. So at this point, like, we've researched everything we can research. We have a bunch of new options for coasters in the case that we want to build a coaster at some point. So now we just continue stocking up on these research points as we're going too. Alright, so we have enough money now to make at least the station for this, but I don't think we're going to be able to we're not going to be able to afford to actually make the whole thing, I would think. So let's do that. And then we got the dual track here. Yeah, see, it costs 500 just for that alone. It's 432 for the turning track, but it's much shorter. So, just running straight seems to be working all right. And now we need to turn here. Probably like that. Yep. Seems about right. And then we need to go down. Can I make it shorter and it be not as much? I feel like that's too low. And now we just need to put the station, which we need it on where I'll see where the operator went. Oh man, it costs 7,200 for the station again. Oh, jeez. Yes, we're gonna have to wait a minute to do that. This should make us a pretty good amount of money, though. I mean, there should be a pretty good amount of people riding this, and there should be a pretty good amount of cars that are constantly going with it. So, realistically, this should be a good moneymaker for us. Now, that being said, it probably would have made more sense to try to get it to where, realistically, you would want it to where the entrance to that coaster is at, but I might end up making another coaster at some point, and the entrance to that coaster can be like right over here in this grassy area that's next to this, to the right of it, right over by that like waterfall area. So if we make a coaster there, then basically you come into the park, and if you want to be lazy, you come into the park, you walk down the stairs, basically, enter the park, go right straight to the lift thing, or the cable car ride the cable car all the way to here, and then just hop right on the roller coaster. Alright, so we have enough now to at least make the station. There. And then now we need to go to station 2, and we need to do the same thing. There. That'll be good enough. Don't need the queue path to be super long with it. Alright, so now this should be... cannot open. Because it has to test first. Speed. Let's crank up the speed to like, what's the max? The minimum is 3, the maximum is 10. Let's do 7. Why not? Got a good amount of cars. So yeah, realistically there should be a good amount of people able to ride this at a time. I mean, and it'll be a pretty steady flow of people riding it. I don't build these all that often in these games, but if it's going to force me to, then I guess we can test and see just how efficient this is going to be money-wise. Alright, it's only got a 3, a 1. Let's see here. So...
Well
we can
done!
open
Just
that
look
up.
at how nicely everything's coming along. It's simply radiating sustainability.
Yes, I suppose I do like the new transport ride. It allows the guests to admire the true beauty of this area. That doesn't mean your work here is done, though. As nice as the rides are, we must make sure they can all be successfully powered by reusable energy. After all, it's one of the Foundation's criteria for this project.
Absolutely. While we're at it, how about we add in more trees and bushes? After all, we could all use some encouragement, eh?
I'm not seeing where you can actually set the price on this. Can you not charge for these? Or at least for this you can't? I'm a little confused on that, but whatever. Sucks that we had to spend so much money, and in the end it isn't even gonna make us any money. And in fact, it says like not available for like reputation. Does this even add anything to our park? And nobody's getting on it. Is anybody getting on it down here? Yeah, nobody's even riding it. Maybe it's because there's no scenery rating, like it has 0% scenery rating. Oh, there's one person getting on it. I'll leave it for now, but we might end up just deleting it because it's just going to take up power for us and it's not making us any money. But for now, we'll just build these flat rides like it's asking us to, and we'll go from there. So we got space over here to build one. So let's take a look and see what we got to build. We only have a couple thousand right now, so we're not going to be able to build anything too crazy. There we go, and then we can put an entrance here. Exit there. Connect this path to here. Connect that to there. Move this tree ever so slightly to the left here. There we go. No power. Do I need to move this slightly? Yeah. There we go. So now this is powered, so we can open it. Doesn't have a ton of prestige, but it'll work for now. Guests think Helter Skelter has a long queue line. Well, of course it does. Alright, so we need to go into here, and we need to actually make this start to go. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with this thing. Nobody's actually going anywhere on it. Like, nobody's riding it. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this thing. Are there even people on it? I thought I seen people getting on it, but apparently not. Apparently everybody's just standing in line for it. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm just gonna leave it for now. Like, I can't change how many cars there are. Let's just close it for now. So I really want to get this thing working, but I can't change how many cars. I can't tell it to actually load or unload. Like, if I go to a roller coaster, yeah, I can, like, do loading rules and all that kind of stuff. But this thing I cannot. Yeah, it just straight up won't go. And I don't know why. Like, I've built it, it should be going, but nobody will get on it. That's really frustrating. I have no clue what's going on with this thing. But I'm afraid to delete it because if I delete it, then later on the game's probably going to be like, oh, you need to have so many people riding this thing.
Yes.
So you know what? We're just gonna close it for now because I'm afraid my guests are gonna stand there and they're gonna get unhappy. All right, so let's build one more flat ride. Let's build it right here. Create custom. Let's see here. Let's do the grand carousel. Okay, you know what? That worked, and I will take it. I don't understand how it was intersecting terrain, and the terrain was like ever so slightly elevated, but it's fixed now. We're gonna run with it. Build a new coaster and set to open. Part of me wants to build some crazy coaster, but at the same time, like, we're not making a ton of money, so like I feel like building a coaster in here and like making it go through this tunnel would be like really cool. But we don't have a ton of money to work with. And I don't want to take out a loan because the loans are like ridiculous in this game. Like if we take a look, loan, I mean I guess the loan is only a 10% interest rate, so how much are we allowed to take out? We're allowed to take out $30,000 at only a 10% interest rate. That honestly wouldn't be too terribly bad. Let's do that. So that way we can actually like continue building this stuff. And then let's see here. What kind of coaster should we build? I guess we can build our own wooden coaster. Now, am I able to change the lighting? Let's do that for now, just so that way I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright. So we're going to build this coaster here. Alright, that should be a reasonable first hill. We'll test it and see. Now, the question is it going to make it out of this? Ugh, plenty-ish of speed. It might be iffy. Yeah, it gets a little slow there, but it should work. This isn't going to be the most exciting one, but we're just kind of trying to save some space here. Oops. Given how slow it's going, that might actually work. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, it's not going to be amazing. My stats are not going to be super, super high, but we'll let that do some testing while we're putting stuff down. Something we can do. So we can have 7 cars total if it's the super long train. Or it can have 2 as a shorter, or it can have 8 total if we do it that way. So let's let that test and see if it makes it. Good enough. There.
Oh, what a triumph! Green trees and green energy, as far as the eye can see.
Yes, I must admit
$3,
it's
$4?
heartwarming to see
That
so
can't
many
be right.
people actually enjoying learning about sustainability.
It's got 601 prestige.
This is
That's
why I don't
pretty
work
decent,
with
actually.
some for-profit company that only cares about the bottom line. The impact the foundation can have on people, on the world, it's... Anyway, it's nice to see. Now, where were we?
Alright, so we got the gold done. Now we all know what's about to happen here. It's about to get really hard. It's probably going to have a 4.5 star rating at the end. Yeah, own 1 more plot of land. So let's just go ahead and do that. Buy. Yeah, park rating 4.5 out of 5. Okay, so we currently have a 4.8 park reputation. Attraction prestige, we really need a lot. We need a lot more unique attractions. And the scenery rating, we could use a lot more. But we have a ton of space. And now that this is up and running, ideally we should be making a bunch of money from it. I don't know why. The prestige is 601. I don't know why I don't know why it's saying we can only charge $4 for this. And this doesn't even work. There we go. So we can get at least 2 flat rides here. We can probably get 1 more there. Instead of fighting with the path, we could just fight with the terrain. That'll work. There we go. Did this ever update? Nope. Apparently they're only willing to pay $4 for this thing. That is kind of crazy to me. I don't understand. And they're only willing to pay $8 for this one. So what's this one's prestige? $615. This one's prestige $604. Yeah, not a clue. Put that here. So we should be able to open this now. Okay, turn priority pass off. There we go. Didn't mean to turn it on. Yeah, see what the heck, man? They're willing to pay $8 for this, but they're not willing to pay more than like $4 for this? What's going on here? Are people not getting off of it? Yeah, it was a little bugged out. Our park reputation is 5, so that's what we really need. Now we just got to get unique attractions and attraction prestige going. So yeah, it's really all about just kind of making as much money as we can right now. All right, we got enough for this, and this is gonna add some scenery rating as well. So. Intersecting terrain. Who would have guessed? All right, let's build the queue first. All right, and now we can build that. Well, that ended up looking funky, but okay. All right, so that brings us up to 4.08. Yeah, because now our attraction prestige is at 4.5. So really, we're just missing out on attractions. So, no track required. What's that? Have at least 250 guests on flat rides simultaneously. Okay, so yeah, because we got a pretty good amount of flat rides. It's not as big as I thought. We can get that to work. Intersecting terrain. Oh, because the train is doing something weird here. So we'll just bring this up a little bit then. Apparently that wasn't up enough. That should be. There. I don't understand, game. Why do you do these things? Maybe now it'll work. That looks so dumb. There. Whatever, that'll work. Alright, we're up to 4.33. We need 3 attractions for the next star. Where's the operator stand on this? I don't even see where the operator... I don't even see where the operator is on this. Oh, there. It's right there. Are you kidding me? This is really, really frustrating. Like, I don't understand what it means. There's some weirdness with that. Put that there. Connect it to there. Open that up. There we go.
This is what I call an environmentally friendly park. Don't you agree, Adriana?
Yes, I do
There we
think
go.
the Foundation will be satisfied with the job done here.
You see? I knew we'd win you over.
I said the Foundation will be happy, Oswald. While it's true the park was a success, I'll reserve my own personal judgment for now.
Of course. Trust takes time to build. Just like a good coaster, we must first lay the foundations for a solid partnership.
There we go. So, platinum objectives completed on that one. Now, the one thing we never did, and we're supposed to do, we never rode our coaster here. Why is this? I think our mechanic is a little bugged. Poof those people out of there. I don't know why that was being so weird. We get our ride operator back. Because we did build this roller coaster, so we need to ride our own creation here. Yes, this is a pretty small coaster. I mean, what is going on there? I didn't even notice that before. Look at that timing. That one leaving the station right as that one's coming in. Beautiful. Let's see if that timing happens again. Or if that was just a fluke. No, look at that. Oh, yeah. Synchronized up just right. Gotta love it when that happens. Alright, well, that completes that park then. So then we'll be on to the next.